I have just landed in Asia's most strict country, a country where if you do something wrong, they could cut off your hand, or even worse.
So far in our Borneo series, we've explored Indonesian Borneo and Malaysian Borneo, but one small country remains, one that resides entirely on this island. Welcome to Brunei. In 2019, Brunei implemented strict Muslim Sharia law with harsh penalties like stoning for the crime of being gay. In fact, that's why years ago I denied their tourism authorities' invitation.
Their tourism board reached out to me and I defiantly said, no, I can't go to a country with these kinds of values. It doesn't align with my own values.
But now, for better or worse, I'm on a mission to show the reality of life in Brunei. In this final leg of our Borneo tour, I'll be meeting with locals from all walks of life, testing out offerings ranging from street food you'll only find here.
You and I are gonna eat with one of the world's most intense condiments, fermented durian.
The traditional sago made from sago palm trees.
It starts as a tree and then somehow that tree becomes food.
To food so extreme, some say they could launch us into the next pandemic.
Do you remember when COVID started and everyone blamed it on bat soup? Yeah, basically everybody blamed it on this.
But first, to understand how Bruneians live, I want to start with what they eat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me into your home, which is also your restaurant.
This modest kitchen is the birthplace of Brunei's fast food legend, nasi katok. It starts with rice, pandan leaves, and coconut milk, all simmered into a fragrant foundation for what's to come.
All your ingredients is basically what we see right here. What is your special touch?
My special touch is this sambal.
The sambal. It starts in a wok, where oil mingles with a sambal base made from lemongrass, turmeric, fermented shrimp paste, and chilies. Then come onions, salt, MSG, and sugar. This sambal recipe has remained unchanged since the business began over 4 decades ago.
The people who keep coming back here, why are they coming back?
I think they like the taste of the sambal.
I think it's addictive. It's kind of like flavorful crack. They feel good when they have it. 24 hours later, they get itchy. I need that sambal again.
On a sheet of parchment paper, rice, egg, anchovies, and cucumbers pile up, waiting for the headliner, the sambal. Part of nasi katok's charm is its price, under $1 per pack, and it stays that way because Miss Lim sticks to one rule: takeaway only. But today, she's making a rare exception for me and my guest.
Thank you for joining me.
Amal.
Thank you for having me here also.
Amal and her sisters run Brunei Food Diary, a local foodie Instagram. I'll meet the full trio later, but right now, it's just me, Amal, and nasi katok.
Nasi means rice.
Correct.
What is katok?
Katok means knocking. People usually order from this place by knocking on the window. So that's why it's called nasi katok.
Oh, it's so good. I think she said in the kitchen something like sambal flavored crack. I can't remember if I said that or she said that. Flavorful crack. And my God, it is delicious. It's got some kick, it's very sweet, but it pairs so well with those anchovies. Crunchy, salty, but not fishy.
Nasi katok may remind you of Malaysia's iconic nasi lemak, but soon I'll discover some rare recipes you'll only find in Brunei.
He just ate the bunch. But before that, I want to back up and talk to you a little bit more about Borneo. This trip has been all about learning more about Asia's biggest island. First, we started in Indonesia, which takes up over 70% of Borneo. Then we went to Malaysia, and now we are in Brunei, a place where the whole country fits inside of Borneo, in a very small country too.
With an area of only 2,226 square miles and a population of about 400,000, Brunei is roughly the size of Houston, but with 5 times fewer people. Compared to Malaysia's over 30 indigenous ethnic groups and Indonesia's 200 plus, Brunei is home to only 7 indigenous tribes, led by the dominant Brunei Malay.
Because Brunei, it's literally in the middle of Indonesia and Malaysia. We have a lot of infusion dish that we get from Indonesia, from Malaysia, but we make it unique with our own ingredients.
Still, this small nation has been at the center of some big controversies. To some, it's a tax-free utopia. To others, it's a nation where strict Islamic laws cast a shadow over human rights. I'm here to figure out Brunei's true identity behind the headlines, starting where culture speaks loudest, the night market.
If you want to very quickly become acquainted with the food here in Brunei, I would suggest coming here to this market because every stall has something a little bit different, whether it's meat, dessert, or everything in between. Welcome to Gadong Night Market. This is the Roti John. Every country needs its own sandwich. In Vietnam, it's the banh mi. Here, it's this.
Look Roti John starts with stir-fried garlic, shallots, and ginger, followed by ground beef. Coriander, cumin, and turmeric spices up the meat, while MSG and chicken bouillon offer extra umami. The beef is transferred to a cup, where it's mixed with 2 eggs receiving a beatdown. This mixture is poured onto a hot grill to form one giant omelet. Before the eggs fully set, loaves of bread are pressed on top, letting the heat fuse them together. Now, the build. A generous drizzle of ketchup, mayo, and cheese sauce. This is where most Roti John recipes end, but here they add in this, fried chicken skin. Finally, fold the bread and send it out to impress the diner. In this case, me.
Before we get into the actual sandwich, I do want to try this. This is the chicken skin. Oh yeah, it's so crunchy, it's so greasy, it's so satisfying. Whenever I get fried chicken, I always peel the skin off first and just gently lay the skin down on my tongue and take big greasy bites of that delicious fried skin. It is the best part of the chicken. Here, you don't even have to eat any meat. You can just eat pure skin and fat. Meanwhile, that crispy, crunchy texture is what's in here in this sandwich.
Fried chicken skin is amazing, but finding an easy way to stay connected is even better.
After years of traveling for my full-time job, I have a few deal breakers. Airport Wi-Fi? No thank you. Swapping out physical SIMs for every trip? Absolutely not. Roaming bills that cost as much as rent? Never again. I use Olafly. It's a digital eSIM. Just scan the code through the app, install, and done. Olafly works on most phones. And if you're not sure, their app checks your phone's eligibility for you before you even buy. Or you can ask their multilingual, real-person customer support. And the best part? Unlimited data, as in no data caps. Olafly offers flexible packages tailored to your trip, with destination-specific plans, 11 regional options, and even a global plan that works almost everywhere. Choose a package based on where and how long you're traveling, from quick one-day getaways to 90-day adventures, so you only pay for what you need. And if you're not sure how much data you'll use, they have a calculator to help you figure it out. Over 10 million travelers are already using Olafly. Some of them are probably watching right now and nodding. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in our description and use the code BEFRSOLA to get up to 10% off your next purchase and get set for your next flight. Now, back to the show. The handleability of this sandwich, can I be honest? They usually cut this into about 9 pieces for you. I asked them to keep it in one solid log because it looks more beautiful. They maybe went too far with the sauce. It's a deadly amount of sauce, but I like it. It's super salty, it's warm, it's gloopy. You've got the egg, a nice steamy omelet inside, a little bit of minced beef in there. Beyond that, we have the chicken skin, and that's what makes this sandwich different from other Roti Johns you might find in Southeast Asia. It hits the spot every time. Very satisfying.
From indulgent fried chicken skin to more exotic protein options that I'll be trying soon.
It's a chicken part I've never seen before, and I thought I knew everything about the chicken inside and out.
Brunei's street food selection has plenty in store for the adventurous eater, but one thing you won't find is pork. With over 80% of the population practicing Islam, this place runs according to halal standards.
Brunei got a lot of bad press in the year 2019 because that is the year that this country enacted Sharia law. Sharia law is a very strict law based on Islamic beliefs and traditions. At that time, you may have seen articles talking about if people were convicted of being homosexuals in this country, that they could be stoned. And actually, legally, that is the case. Under Sharia law, there's a whole host of things that wouldn't ordinarily be made illegal in other countries, but here, it is. Let me go through some. For example, here some criminal offenses include adultery, homosexual acts, leaving Islam, drinking alcohol, abortion, missing Friday prayers, or even close proximity between unmarried men and women. Here, legally, if you are caught stealing, it is possible that one of the repercussions that you will face is having your hand cut off.
By the end of this video, I'll find out why Sharia law drives hundreds of Bruneians to leave this country every weekend.
By the end of this video, I'm going to fill you in on the real dark side of living in Brunei. But before that, I want to talk about the good side. That's right, because there is one. In a moment, I'm going to be meeting up with some locals, and I want to hear what they say is the best part of living in Brunei. Ladies, look at us, just some ladies having a night on the town. Fun.
Amal, Afika, Nabila, and one more sister behind the camera are arguably Brunei's most famous food bloggers with over 60,000 followers. That's nearly 1/6 of this nation, by the way.
What do you think makes Brunei's food scene stand apart from anybody else?
A lot of the base of the meat that we use honey. People love their food or their meat on the sweet side.
For example, like this one. So we have some savory as well as some sweetness.
These are chicken tails, marinated in coriander, cumin, fennel seeds, salt, sugar, and MSG. Once they hit the grill, they're brushed with honey to give them a sweet finish that suits the local palate.
What makes it red? It looks like red glue.
I think that's just for like an aesthetic purpose.
Food coloring?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is.
We call that enhanced. There's a bone inside, and I should eat the bone too?
You can chew through it.
Oh yeah, that's good. There's a bone inside, but it's a soft bone, and then the meat is very fatty. It's soft, almost buttery. That sauce is one of a kind. It's just like a thick glaze on there. Sweet, savory, and smoky. So far with the foods I've had, it's all about the sauce. And whether it's sambal, mayonnaise, and chili sauce, there's a lot of sauce going on.
We like our food to be saucy.
Aside from the chicken tail, we also have this.
So this is the beef lung.
This cow was a smoker. Why is it so black?
It's all the glaze actually.
Prepared with the same marinade and honey glazing as the chicken tails, skewers like these are the locals' go-to for a quick flavor-packed bite.
You love it?
I love it. It's one of my favorite things actually.
It's almost like eating meat candy. It's sweet, it's got a little bit of kick, and there's a very unique texture. So far, I feel like I've tried a lot of the everyday food here. But next, I want to transition more into the traditional food. This being an example right here.
This is what we call pulut panggang.
Pulut panggang translates to grilled glutinous rice, and the name doesn't lie. Sticky rice and fermented shrimp paste are wrapped in banana leaves, pinned shut with toothpicks, and grilled until smoky and fragrant.
Oh, fermented shrimp paste.
Smell.
That's intense. It tastes traditional. It's super simple. It's just super saturated rice that's become sticky, and then it's got fermented shrimp paste to give it a lot of kick. It's got plenty of flavor. This is like a food that your grandma would give you because it reminds her of her childhood, and she's trying to pass that nostalgia on to you.
You described it perfectly.
Yeah, every time we go to an elderly's house, like our grandma, our grandpa, these are one of the things that they would serve to us.
So you three, you were all born and raised in Brunei, is that right?
Born and bred.
As people who grew up here, what do you like about this country?
Being the obvious, we have like free healthcare.
Free healthcare,
Yes, as well as free education.
including higher learning.
Yes, our government is quite generous.
And the community here, it's very close-knit. Everyone knows everyone. And I just like the vibe. We don't have high-rise building. We don't have theme parks and all of that. But we have family here. That's what is more important to us here.
From what I'm hearing, the story of Brunei is a lot more complicated than what you see in headlines. So how does this government manage to support its citizens so well? And if people love it here, why is the rest of the world still raising concerns about human rights? To make sense of Brunei in the present day, I'll look back at its history through the lens I know best: food. Brunei's national dish is the best place to start.
Right here we have two giant sago trees, and in a moment, we're gonna see how they turn this wood into Brunei's national dish.
Right now, I'm at the only sago factory in Brunei, a place where towering sago palms enter as massive tree trunks and leave as ambuyat, the national dish of Brunei. But what happens in between? I've got a local documentary filmmaker to walk me through it.
Ambuyat.
Yes.
American mind cannot comprehend this food.
Yeah.
Somebody goes into a jungle, they cut down the tree, and then they eat the tree.
Not exactly, but yeah, you're getting it.
Well, how does it work?
These trees are called rumbia trees. They cut it up into small segments, they remove the skin of the tree, and they put it into a machine, and that's what we're seeing here.
The rumbia tree, or sago palm, grows abundantly along riverbanks throughout Borneo. Each week, this factory chews through a ton of raw material. That's about 4 or 5 of these massive trunks. First, the saw slices the tree into chunks. Next, the bark is pried off. Then the white core is chopped into manageable logs and fed into a grinder that turns them into granules.
So right here, this is like a giant sieve or a strainer. And so there's all of this stuff right here.
Yes.
This is the pulp. It looks like shredded coconut, but we don't want to eat this.
Yeah, we don't. These little granules will be filtered through water. What we're eating is the starch that we're extracting from here.
So the part that's falling through into
Yes,
the water.
Correct.
Once collected, the starch gets several good rinses before settling down in large basins. There, it's left to solidify into a gluey-like substance. From here, it's just one step away from becoming ambuyat, which is one of this island's earliest indigenous carb sources.
What's fascinating about this food being the national dish is I've seen a lot of the food so far in this country just at the night market, and nowhere did I see someone selling ambuyat.
Correct.
So why is this considered the national dish?
So before colonialism, it's mostly the Dusun people. It's one of the 7 tribes in Brunei. They were very well known for using sago, not just to eat, but also to sell. It helped them to live daily life, but also economically. And after that, colonization came in the early 1900s, and then slowly rice came. Ambuyat actually became less popular in Brunei. In 1970, the government actually stepped in and they said, we need to appreciate more of our history, and they kind of like branded ambuyat as the national dish.
Ambuyat's story is a strange one, a dish the government promotes as part of Brunei's national identity. Yet it's eaten so rarely that a single factory can supply the entire country. Soon I'll get to try this sticky wonder for myself. But before leaving the factory, I'm told this tree has a second source of nutrition.
These are not coconut worms, but sago worms. Have you seen these before?
This is my first time actually in real life.
Why don't you just grab a whole handful of them right now to show the camera?
You're biting me.
They have big mandibles. I mean, they eat wood, but let's be fair, so do you.
I do, yeah. Ambuyat.
Yes, you and these worms actually have a lot in common.
Yeah.
You both have the same diet.
While healthy sago palms provide carbs, the Dusun people turn the dead ones into protein farms. Just leave a tree trunk out for 4 days and let nature take over.
Is this good?
Yes. Good. He always eats it.
Yeah, oh, well, eat one right now. He just ate the butt, and then he left the mandible.
You don't eat the head. Out of respect, maybe.
Yeah. Do you want to try it?
Ooh, I thought we were doing it later. Are you gonna try it? I'll try it if you try it.
I don't want to, but I want to see you suffer, so I'll do it. You go first.
I want you to do it together.
Together? All right, cheers.
Okay.
It's pretty fresh.
Oh my, what does it taste like? It tastes buttery a bit?
It effing exploded in my mouth. But the flavor inside when it exploded wasn't that bad. There's a certain sweetness to it. The skin, it's leathery on the outside. It's thick. It's weird.
So it's filled with protein.
So this is perfect. We've got some starch. This is our protein, all coming from one source.
If raw, wiggly flavors aren't your thing, don't sweat it. This place offers a stir-fried version. Welcome to Eco Pony's Garden, a rustic homestay turned restaurant serving up traditional tribal treats. On the table today, stir-fried worms, ambuyat, and a sauce that sounds like it came from a horror story.
Inside this jar, the world's most smelly fruit has been rotting for over a year. It's called tempoyak, and I'm about to eat it.
But before that, a curious little appetizer made from a chicken body part you won't find at KFC.
In a moment, we're gonna be trying this dish. It's a dish I've never heard of before, with a chicken part I've also never seen before. And I thought I knew everything about the chicken inside and out. This is the raw fallopian tube. What I was asking the gentleman in the kitchen earlier, I said, how do we know this is not intestine? And he said, because it's not intestine. He's like, because eggs come from a different part, but guess what? The poop and the eggs, they all come out of the same cloaca. There's like 2 superhighways inside of the chicken, but with one exit. So one is for waste and one is for delicious eggs. Right here, we have a combination of that fallopian tubing, and then we have these unlaid eggs.
This food is an invention of the Kadayan people, another indigenous tribe found here in Brunei. The recipe kicks off with oil, star anise, cinnamon, ginger, lemongrass, garlic, shallots, turmeric powder, and chicken fallopian tubes. Next is what you'll find near the fallopian tubes, unlaid chicken eggs.
Now, I've had unlaid eggs many times before in Southeast Asia. It's one of my favorite foods.
Oh.
It's fantastic. Have you had unlaid eggs?
No.
Oh,
It's my first time.
Have you had this?
This is the first time, you know.
I love being able to come to a country and show people their own culture.
Yes.
A splash of soy sauce, a handful of dried jungle berries, and a pour of chicken stock finish off the dish. Let it simmer for 5 minutes and it's ready to enjoy.
Should we give it a shot?
Yeah.
First, we should try the egg. What I love about the unlaid eggs is the variety of sizes you get. You get these very big ones. Beyond that, you've got little tiny ones. These are like just barely conceived.
Wow, that's really good.
They're good, right?
It's like the white part of the egg, but it's more flavorful.
So it looks like an egg yolk, but it's nothing like that. And to me, what it's like they took the yolk and the white, mixed it together, and then hard boiled it. With this, you get both in one sphere. It's very nice. What do you think?
A bit curious in the first place, but yeah, it's really good.
But from there, we have this, the fallopian tube. This is where the inception of chicken life begins.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. That's good too.
It tastes like chicken.
It's similar to intestine. A little chewy, a little fatty. It's really absorbed these flavors beautifully. Cinnamon, star anise.
Can I mix it with the egg?
You totally can.
It's so good.
I love your passion. I love how much you love it. From here though, we're gonna step it up to the national dish. Now we already saw sago get processed and turned into a powder form, but here they're gonna be turning it into the final product that you and I are gonna eat with one of the world's most intense condiments, fermented durian. The tempoyak.
Tempoyak only from the white durian. We don't use other durian. So white durian add the sugar, preserve a month or almost a year, then it's turned to be tempoyak. Some people they don't like it because the smell of the durian, when you ferment it, it's very strong smell.
My men, right here, Brunei's national dish. Look at that, it's thick, viscous, it's just a big blob of flavor. The smell, it is sour, like a little fermented.
Okay, smells like ambuyat to me.
For storage, the gluey substance we saw earlier is dehydrated into sago flour. When a craving for ambuyat hits, just whip it up with hot water.
Now, I understand there's some sauces on the table.
Yes.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
But I think we should just try it how it is. Also, we need to practice using this.
It's called chandas. You kind of like put it in, and then this is when you just perfect. Oh. It's really good.
So really get it in there, and then as you're pulling it out, spin it. Ooh, cool. It looks like glue, it's glistening, it's shiny, it's stretchy. It's wild that we're about to eat a treat.
Got it?
Mm-hmm. It's like you can chew it, but it's not doing a lot. And then even when you chew, you're getting like grains of sand or something. There's some granules inside.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's warm, it's a little gluey, and then sour. It's like a canvas, but it needs something.
Yes, it needs these. This is binjai. Binjai is essentially Bornean mango mixed with fermented shrimp and also calimansi.
Yeah, it smells sweet, but it smells like fermented shrimp, for sure. Wow.
It's like an explosion of taste in your mouth.
It's really intense. It's like 2% mango and 500% shrimp.
The shrimp, yeah.
Powerful fermented shrimp with a ton of kick. It's very spicy. It's super savory. And I should just say salty.
Yeah, going up my nose now.
But then we have this. This is the durian that's been fermenting for over a year. I'm gonna give it a bit of a sniff right now. Oh.
It's not as strong as you think.
It just smells like durian.
Yeah, tempoyak actually doesn't smell as bad because after fermenting, the smell actually becomes more mild.
It's just like, if I stopped wearing deodorant on the 14th day, would I somehow smell good?
Maybe.
I'm gonna try it out.
Your wife might not be too happy with that.
All right, well, let's give it a shot. Oh, that's got some spice to it.
I'm actually gagging now.
So you don't like durian, huh?
Not this. This doesn't taste like normal durian, does it to you?
And a little bit more. Just put it in to like double down on the flavor.
For you, Sonny. I'm crying.
I gotta be honest, I love this.
Interesting.
It just tastes like a very overripe melon. It's so rich, fragrant, creamy. It's almost like a durian butter. I want to put this on my toast in the morning. This is the only way I can get a buzz in this country without being put to death or whatever. I love it. Here, cleanse your palate.
These are the sago palm worms after having their heads removed and their bodies stir-fried with butter.
amazing.
Not as fresh as the live one. It's still a bit creamy. That leathery skin has kind of softened a little bit. It's more palatable for sure. But for me, this durian is like a new discovery. 10 out of 10.
From these century-old delicacies, I'll soon move on to the most luxurious meal you can find in Brunei. But I can't help wondering, how does a country where jungle worms are on the menu end up as one of the wealthiest on earth?
So most of our income for our economy is oil. It's like 90%.
Brunei's first significant oil discovery was in 1929, leading to a dramatic change in the nation's economy.
That's why the royal family is as rich. That's why we have free education. That's why we have free healthcare.
In 2022, Brunei made the list of the top 5 richest nations on earth. In 2024, its oil and gas revenues exceeded $1.9 billion.
Can you talk about some examples of this country's wealth?
We have a university called UBD. Just because you are a Bruneian citizenship, you get paid monthly to study. If you want to touch more on like the grandiose, like rich part, is Empire, I would say.
The Empire Hotel.
Empire Hotel. Empire has their own bowling alley, cinema, golf. So they have like over 500 rooms, they have villas. The hotel itself is not just one building. It's like there's segments near the shore, there's segments around the swimming pool, so it's massive.
If I wanted to get a taste of premium dining here in Brunei, is that the place to go?
Yeah, it is.
Built over a period of 6 years with contributions from more than 300 architects and designers, the 440-acre Empire Hotel opened in 2000, costing over $1.1 billion, only slightly less than the iconic Petronius Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
It was actually conceptualized by His Royal Highness Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah. The idea was to make Brunei a tourism spot for luxury in Southeast Asia. And I think it cemented itself with this wondrous building.
Sitting across from me, Eva, a TikToker known for her honest food reviews.
What's the worst thing you've ever eaten in Brunei?
It was from a smaller business, so I didn't name them because I do care about the small businesses in Brunei, but it was just a very badly done chicken taco, unfortunately.
Here, hopefully, we have a better result. We have 2 delicious foods in front of us right now. Let's start with this.
So this is ikan bakar. It basically translates to grilled fish. Traditionally, it would represent the sea and the land because you would use the fresh spices from the land and you would also use the fresh catch of fish of the day.
To kick things off, our chef bundles up fresh sea bass and banana leaves and tosses it onto the grill. This is the most Bruneian item you'll find on the menu here.
On the menu, there didn't seem to be a ton of Brunei-inspired dishes. Instead, it's international cuisine. Why is that?
I think it's because people in Brunei come here to escape Brunei. It's more of bringing Asia to Brunei. There's Singaporean food, there's Indian food. That's what Pantai Restaurant is about.
With the fish cooked to tender perfection and its skin crackling crisp, the chef lays it on a plate and serves it with a flavorful sauce.
I was told this is Nyonya sauce.
Like, Nyonya business? Nyonya sauce? It's not a sambal though?
No. It's just a type of sauce using a lot of spices.
All right, that sounds like a very generic
Asian.
and vague thing to say.
Very Asian
What's in
flavor.
this sauce?
I'm not sure how Empire has prepared it.
Oh, that's a good
This
point.
is their take.
That's good. It's almost like a hot, savory, sweet jam. It's spicy, but it's so sweet.
I noticed in Brunei, they love savory sweet flavor profiles.
This is delicious. Soft, flaky fish, nice heavy skin, a little fatty, and then the sauce just brings it all together. Very sweet, savory, and just has a nice, well-rounded flavor. I like it. Meanwhile, here we have what I believe is the most expensive thing on the menu. This is the Java steak.
Java steak starts with a tenderloin, seasoned simply with salt and pepper before hitting the grill.
Java steak is the Indonesian take on a Western beef steak. Traditionally, they would use tenderloin and it's braised in a ton of spices, otherwise known as rempah. But Empire's rendition is being served with the sauce on the side instead of it being cooked together.
So this is the most expensive thing on the menu here. How much is this?
This is 38 USD.
That doesn't seem that expensive.
To you, but for us Bruneians, this is actually on the higher side.
So this makes me wonder, what is the average price of a meal outside of a place like this?
For the most part, it's about the 10-ish range. So when you're from around the world and you come here, our food seems cheaper to you. But for us Bruneians, this is actually on the higher side.
Oh yeah. You have to put it in the sauce. The sauce is everything. It's so creamy and so coconutty, and somehow it's the perfect pair to go with this beef. This is not gonna be a sauce option at your typical Western steakhouse. You know, steakhouses, you're gonna have like a mushroom sauce, that kind of thing. This is like turmeric and coconut cream.
It's savory, it's sweet, it's delicious.
Do you want some more?
Oh, I'm good.
Uh-oh. She said there would be hints if she didn't like it.
Oh, no. I love this. The steak's super tender. The sauce is a perfect.
Her words say one thing, but her face says another.
No, I had tea time right before this.
Oh, okay. I want to talk to you about a little bit different topic. When I see other travelers or YouTubers come to this country, I see people always complaining like, oh, there's nothing fun to do. But what do you think? What do local Bruneian people do here for fun in this country?
We eat. That's about it. Because we are a very conservative country, so in terms of entertainment, there's no nightlife. Mostly, there's a lot of food festivals, and that's what we genuinely do for fun.
When it comes to having fun, there's still an option for those desperate to escape Southeast Asia's most strict nation. That option is to leave. Next, I'm joining a line of people crossing Brunei's border to understand why Sharia law drives them out every weekend.
Bryant, right now we are going to the most fun place in Brunei that happens to not be in Brunei.
You're right.
Where are we headed?
Joining me on this great escape, Malaysian musician Bryant, who currently calls Brunei home.
So we're going to a place 20 minutes away from town. It's called Kuala Lumpur. It's right across the border of Malaysia.
We're halfway between the Empire Hotel and the border where Brunei meets Malaysia. Border officers here are used to Bruneians crossing around sunset and rushing back before immigration closes at 10 p.m.
Why are people crossing the border to go to this city?
Some people just want to enjoy like some Malaysian food. It's cheaper over there, first of all, and also to obviously enjoy some drinks, alcoholic drinks.
And that's something they can't do here.
They don't sell it openly here in Brunei, not at all. So that's why we all go to Malaysia to have up drinks or to take away drinks back into Brunei. As a non-Muslim, you can bring in 2 bottles and half a case of beer.
How do they know whether or not you're Muslim?
From your passport.
Wait, people's passport indicates their religion?
The Bruneian passport does.
Whoa.
Though Malaysia is a Muslim majority country, the population of those who practice Islam is 65%, compared to Brunei's 82%. This difference is easy to spot after dark. In this corner of Malaysia, dive bars with pork-heavy menus and beer-slicked floors offer a brief escape.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good. We have some pretty far out food here. First of all, pork. Usually you would say it doesn't get more haram than pork, except for next to the pork is fucking bat. We found a restaurant in Malaysia at some Chinese dive bar that's serving bat. Have you ever had bat?
No, this is gonna be my first time.
How do you feel about this?
I mean, I'm quite adventurous with food, so I don't mind trying it out.
Okay, that's good. I like an open mind. First of all, what am I looking at here?
Fried pork with mayo.
This is like the perfect trashy haram food to indulge on.
Beer, right?
Cheers. It tastes like what it looks like. It's fried, a little bit crunchy, and the mayo is very sweet and delicious. Wash it down with a little bit of beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
And we're going to hell. One thing I'm curious about, in Brunei, certainly you can't get beer, but can you get pork?
Yeah, I mean, there are a handful of restaurants that serve pork. They have a red sign that says non-halal. No Muslims can go into the place.
Oh, they would ban alcohol, but pork, it's permitted?
Because Brunei, we still have a population of Chinese people. So I think they're just doing it for the sake of the Chinese people who just want to indulge in pork.
It seems more flexible than I expected. Brunei's like, Sharia law. But listen, but if you're not Muslim, you can bring in a couple bottles of booze through the border.
Yeah.
We won't say anything. Like, no pork. Well, okay, we do have a lot of Chinese folks here. We like them. We want them to be part of the community. Okay, you guys can have pork, but just, warn us. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
The country itself seems to have 2 different identities. The one it wants to project to the world, and then the actual reality within the country. And a lot of people, the way they talk about Brunei or about their life or the life here, it's different on camera and off camera. For example, I might meet a woman here wearing the hijab. She'll shake my hand, no problem. And then on camera, I say, can we shake hands on camera? And she goes, maybe not.
I really feel that people here in Brunei, they're just trying to portray what is in their religion, basically. And I think what's happening is that the media portrays Brunei as this very closed up place, like religious, like Sharia law is fully implemented. But in reality, Sharia law is not fully implemented, so you don't get stoning of gay people,
So that's a great example. In 2019, it was made public that Brunei was going to enact Sharia law. Around that time, their tourism board reached out to me, and I defiantly said, no, I can't go to a country with these kinds of values. It doesn't align with my own values. Well, now, fast forward 5 or 6 years, and I see that none of those penalties or harsh consequences have come to fruition. And so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna come here to see this country for myself. I have, and it's completely different from what I expected. And that's like, there is a version of Brunei that it wants to present itself as, which is, this is just a harsh, brutal dictatorship or theocracy run under Sharia law. But then you come and you interact with the people, and it's like, pretty normal country, except for I can't get a beer. So you can find pork in Brunei, but what about bats?
No, man.
Do you remember when COVID started and everyone blamed it on bat soup?
Yep.
Basically, everybody blamed it on this. Wow, there's a head here. Dude, look how gnarly that looks. That's a skull of a bat.
Freaky.
You're the heavy metal guy, come on.
Doesn't mean I eat bats.
I think this is a nice little piece of meat right here.
I don't know what is what.
What if it's soft and chewy, then just go for it. Hold on, that's gotta be beef.
I don't think so, man. The head's up there.
Yeah, oh, is that really a bat?
The piece that I just got just really tastes like a liver.
It's crazy how beefy it is though. Part of me keeps wanting to believe that it's beef, but then I see these tiny bones. That's not a beef bone, unless that's like its internal ear bone. Wow, whoever's back there making bat is doing one hell of a job. It's in this delicious, dark, salty soy sauce base, a nice dark brown gravy. I hate how much I like this right now. What's going on? I'm really tumbling into the dark side.